going on, guys? Welcome back to the Cowboys Customs YouTube channel. Today we are lifting a 2021 Jeep Gladiator. We're doing a 3.5-inch rough country lift, and something notable about these kits on these Gladiators. This Gladiator is actually the 3.0 EcoDiesel compared to the V6 3.6 gas motor that they might come with. This thing has a decent amount of horsepower, but because it's a turbo diesel, takes a second to shift and get into boost, but it's got some get up. If you couldn't tell by the camera shake, this thing's pretty dang quick, and I'm sure it does great on the trails. I won't bore you with all the details of the specs of the features, because you've probably already YouTubed all that stuff, or you're familiar with it already. If not, somebody will be able to summarize it much better than I probably could. This one has spring spacers, but replaces the struts with rough country struts, but we'll get into all that as we break down the kit here shortly. We're doing 35-inch tires on 22x12, so it's going to look a little bit more like a street setup with some off-road tires, compared to doing like some 15s with beadlocks, or some more off-road looking setup. But it's still going to be able to obviously go off-road with the lift, the tires. You throw some mud trans on there, you get a little extra grip. But anyways, let's break down the kit and get this thing lifted. We are in the film yard, so I call it now. Some people have salvage yards, some people have shipyards. We're at the film yard, but you don't care about that. You care about this Jeep Gladiator 3.5-inch lift from rough country. This Gladiator, as we've already said, is the diesel model. So you may not know this. Hopefully I can save you some time, some effort, some headache. The shocks and spring replacement 3.5-inch kit does not, at this moment, fit the 3.0 EcoDiesel. This is the spring spacer kit. There's two. They look very different on their website, but they both say 3.5-inch lift for the 20 to 21 Jeep Gladiator. So this kit comes with the nitrogen shocks from rough country. It replaces the stock shocks, but it comes with spring spacers and retains the factory springs. This kit also comes with a forged track bar for the front, so you're not hitting on the axle or differential. Sway bar, extensions, and bump stops as well for the rear. This kit rides literally like factory. Those nitrogen shocks are a perfect replacement for the stock. This thing rides almost like stock, other than being able to feel the weight of this wheel and tire setup. So if you go up in wheels and tires, obviously it's going to make the steering feel a little more lazy. In this case, we went with some KMC XD, or XD KMC. I'm honestly not sure which way is first. We did 22x10s. This setup looks killer in my opinion. This obviously isn't the best rock crawling setup, as these wheels would probably take quite the beating if you were actually crawling around on some gnarlier setups. 3.5-inch lift is still going to give you some ground clearance. This wheel and tire setup is still going to be better than stock, especially with these Venom Powers and 35s. Rough Country's website says you can fit up to a 37. I'm honestly not sure if that's going to rub or not on the inside when you turn. But as far as like overall, just not too much weight, still gives you some extra performance off-road and some mud on some rocks. These 35s are going to do you great. Venom Power is a little bit more on the budget-friendly side compared to something that might be like a mud terrain or something that's really like super off-road oriented. But these are great daily drivers. They do make some a little bit of road noise compared to maybe like the Recon grapplers that just came out, but they're a great option. We sell a lot of them. We've never had any complaints on them. Anyways, that does it for the 3.5-inch lift on this Jeep Gladiator from rough country. Again, this is the spring spacer kit, not the spring replacement. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. We'll get back to you, and thanks for tuning in.